Bell in company with getting away smartly there towards the inside is Tamara Fox going fast, and just in behind them Ethereal Girl, and in behind them is Messina going forward, followed by Kind Hearted over on the inside there, being closely followed by Scenic Lady. Pushing up on the inside is Kaniski, and deeper on the track is De Gaulle, followed by Irish Whiskey. Dropping well back in the field in Noble Image, followed by Fine Digger second last, and last of all is Saratoga Sam. They're racing down the side, just over 800 metres left to go. Augusta Dash to the front, led by a length and a half Tamara Fox, 2 lengths to Kind Hearted over on the inside of Social Bell. Pushing up along the inside Kaniski, followed by Ethereal Girl, Noble Image in behind them, Fine Digger, and they were followed after a gap in the field. Ridden along then is Scenic Lady, and Messina up on the outside making ground. Saratoga Sam is still a fair way back. Irish Whiskey got back to second last, and De Gaulle is last of all. Augusta is the leader up to the home turn, 400 metres left to go, led by a length Tamara Fox, and up on the outside making ground now very quickly there is Irish Whiskey to the picture. Deeper on the track then is Messina as they straighten up, and they're followed further back by Kaniski as they run down inside the 200 metre mark. Augusta is nicely clear, Messina is down the outside, and they were followed by Tamara Fox, who's now driving through in the centre to take the lead. Tamara Fox in front, Messina finishing very quickly, and Saratoga Sam from a long way back. Tamara Fox in front, close to home and will win. Tamara Fox a long head on the line to Messina. Good go for third, Kaniski and Saratoga Sam. Further back then Augusta, then Fine Dig, followed further away in the field by Kind Hearted, and back in behind them Irish Whiskey. Fine Dig is further back, followed by Social Bell. A good long gap to Gaulle. Well back Noble Image is second last, and Ethereal Girls run last. Number 14, the winner, Tamara Fox. To go race 2. Line good, off they run. And over on the outside, one of the first out is Port Tack with Eternal Fire beginning well, and Suss is out quickly. Silk Shamrock began well, and Grange Hill down towards the inside, showing plenty of early speed, followed by Fra Diavolo. In behind them then is Our Natural. Length back along the inside, Tara Vane, followed closely by Arabian Miss. Further back along the inside is Seldom Court, dropping back well in the field. There is Diamond Trump on the inside of Port Tack, has got back to third last. And Mountain Chief is last of all, sorting themselves out, and Grange Hill on the inside is just in advance here of Silk Shamrock at the 800. They lead out by a length to Suss, a length further back Tara Vane, moving up on the inside of Fra Diavolo. Then came Copper Plate, close up on the inside, Seldom Court, followed by Our Natural. A length further back at the head of the others, then came Mountain Chief, making some ground, being followed by Diamond Trumper, and dropping further back in the field there, Eternal Fire, followed by Arabian Miss, a long way off the lead, and Port Tack is last of all. Up to the home turn, Grange Hill looks to be travelling well, just in advance of Silk Shamrock, about to come around the outside. There is Suss into the picture. A length and a half, Tara Vane looking for a run, followed by Fra Diavolo and Copper Plate at the head of the others as they straighten up. It's Suss moving up on the outside to take the lead. Grange Hill fights back along the inside there, clear from Silk Shamrock, and Tara Vane over on the outside, and back behind them Seldom Court. Suss on the outside, just in advance of Grange Hill. Suss is just in front, close to home. Grange Hill along the inside, but Suss too strong. Suss by a half length to Grange Hill. Tara Vane third. Fourth home is Seldom Court, followed next by Silk Shamrock and Fra Diavolo, and then Our Natural, and further back to Copper Plate. Back in the field there, in behind them would be Destruction Point, followed well back by Diamond Trump, and then came Mountain Chief, followed by Port Tack, Arabian Miss, and last to finish is Eternal Fire. Stand by for placing. Suss too good. So they're just about ready here. Sammy Atissa, they're off and running, and first out Wave Hill near the outside, beginning quickly also as Lindsay's Mate and Nick's Magic just in behind them as they settle, and out very quickly just in behind them moving forward then is Love to Noah, being followed by Our Melissa's Boy. Dropping back in the field is Mandarola, next to last is Stabile, and joint custody is last of all. Lindsay's Mate going fast takes the lead of the 1200 by a length in advance of Love to Noah. Gull Shine is running third, a length and a half. Our Melissa's Boy on the inside of Wave Hill, followed by Sammy Atissa. A bit further back then came Mantarola on the inside of Nick's Magic, is forced to cover a little bit of extra ground, is racing 3 deep, joint custody second last, and Stabile bringing up the rear. Down the side with 900 metres left to go, and Lindsay's Mate is a clear leader. A length and a half, Love to Noah on the inside of Gull Shine, moving up 2 lengths further back, Our Melissa's Boy. A length into Wave Hill there, followed closely by Sammy Atissa on the inside of Nick's Magic and Mandarola. Joint custody second last, and Stabile is last of all. Up towards the 700 metre mark with that distance left to go. Lindsay's Mate travelling well, the leader. Out in advance and doing it well by a length. Gull Shine is now running second. A length to Love to Noah. Our Melissa's Boy starting to take closer order, being followed by Wave Hill around the outside as they come up towards the home turner. And a fair way back in the field is Nick's Magic, who's over on the outside, followed by Mandarola. Joint custody's gone up quickly around them, and they're packing right up on the home turn. Lindsay's Mate will lead them into the straight by a length. The Gull Shine, the immediate challenger. Pull to the outside, running on now is Our Melissa's Boy, and there, followed by Love to Noah. Back in behind them, joint custody and Sammy Atessa, but Lindsay's Mate won't give in. It's fighting back solidly on the inside. It's clear of Our Melissa's Boy is coming after it quickly in the final stages. Lindsay's Mate still in front, won't give in. Our Melissa's Boy flying home. They hit the line and Lindsay's Mate's hung on. Lindsay's Mate's won at a neck to Our Melissa's Boy with Gold Shine third, followed next home by Sammy Atessa, then Manda Roller and Nick's Magic, then joint custody. Further back in the field, Love to Noah, Stabile, and last to finish is Wave Hill.
Okay, 1, 2 and 7 there. Lindsay's Mate the winner. And Lindsay's Mate in race number 3 was ready.
With Joyce, Ettles in the stall, Kisses for Me, and away they go. Debrett jump well in the centre, out fast as Chief of Dreams. One won't chase the field. That's Boza Princess, refusing to settle down, has dropped back and must be 100 metres behind the second last horse. Settling into stride, Chief of Dreams on the outside is joined by Deckett in the centre. Getting away smartly towards the inside, Clay Dancer. Up in the leading group is Debrett, a length and a half further back, Kisses for Me. Jonathan is over on the inside of Definite Bid, a length and a half further back, then Storm Banter. A good long way back in the field, Gleaming with Joy, being followed closely over on the outside by Major Henry, a length and a half, King Diplomat. Palmerston missed a long way out of the ground, and back in behind them Zartea. Racing up towards the 700 metre mark, and Chief of Dreams about a neck in advance of Deckett and getting a beautiful run on the inside second. A length, Kisses for Me making ground, being followed by Clay Dancer and Debrett together. One length further back to Definite Bid, followed by Jonathan East to the outside, and then Storm Banter. A length and a half, Gleaming with Joy there, followed closely by Major Henry, and around the outside King Diplomat as they come around the home turn with about 350 left to go, where Deccan's had the run of the race and slipped through on the inside to hit the front and kick clear. Deccan went for home about 2.5 lengths in advance of Chief of Dreams and Clay Dancer down the outside. Storm Banter finishing well along the rails. A good long gap further back. Definite Bid, Deccan at the leader. Here comes Clay Dancer down the outside is the danger. Clay Dancer on the outside has drawn level with Deccan and takes the lead. And Clay Dancer comes home to score. Now Palmerston Misters flowing home in a photo with Deccan for the minor placings. Just in behind them, John of Red close up fourth, followed by Storm Banter, and then Definite Bid and Kisses for Me. Zartea, Chief of Dreams behind them. Gleaming with Joy, followed well back in the field by King Diplomat and Major Henry. Debrett second last, and Boza Prince is almost tacked on after losing all that ground at the start, finishing at the back of the field. Stand by for placings. Number 1 is the winner. They're not working that semaphore well, that's right. Race 5, they're off. And the first to jump out, Tempted Lady on the outside ahead of Randwick High and Chorus of Angels. Behind them, Thameen's Girl and Polar Lover has already dropped back to the rear of the field. 1,400 metres out and Tempted Lady takes up the running. Leads a length in advance of Chorus of Angels. Settling behind them the inside, then is Randwick High. 2 lengths Thameen's Girl. And last of all is Polar Lover. That's the order coming up to the 1,200 metre point, and Tempted Lady under a tight rein shows out by length to Chorus of Angels. A half length back along the inside to Randwick High, followed by Thameen's Girl. And last Polar Lover, and they're racing an Indian file coming up to the 1,000 metre mark, and Tempted Lady still travelling easily in front, moving up along the inside second there, Randwick High with Chorus of Angels, and about 3 lengths further back is Thameen's Girl and Polar Lover last of all. Near the 800 metre point, Tempted Lady still by a length, and she's bowling along and doing it well. Over a length in advance of Chorus of Angels, Randwick High on the inside enjoying a nice run. 2 lengths away Thameen's Girl and Polar Lover as they race along towards the 600 metre point with that distance left to go. Tempted Lady a half length in advance of Chorus of Angels, moving up on her outside. 1 1/4 further back then to Randwick High. 3 or 4 lengths further back Thameen's Girl, now being hard ridden, and so is Polar Lover as they commence the run around the home turn. Tempted Lady tackled by Chorus of Angels, looming up quickly. They're out by a length and a half to Randwick High, being called upon for an effort as they make the home turn. It's Chorus of Angels taking the lead about a neck in advance of Tempted Lady, who fights back along the inside, and they're together. A length and a half to Randwick High. Tempted Lady about a head clear of Chorus of Angels, and Randwick High down the outside running on. Tempted Lady was the leader. She's got clear now from Randwick High down the outside, and Chorus of Angels. Tempted Lady in front, Randwick High finishing on, but Tempted Lady too strong and won by a length to Randwick High. Chorus of Angels third, followed by Thameen's Girl, and the last to finish is Polar Lover. And that prediction came as was expected, with that pair fighting it out, with the winner being a couple of them a little bit fidgety down towards the inside. Away they run now, and on the outside, Captain Otto, one of the first to jump out in company there with Golden Form, who began well with Bowlock quickly away. And getting out smartly just in behind them over on the inside, My Serenic, being followed further back in the field by Rocky Sunrise and Chimeo. Drink Card Princess second last, and Inca Man is last of all. Search Years has dashed to the lead as they run past the 1,000. Led 2.5 lengths to Bowlock on the outside of Golden Form, followed by Captain Otto and Rash Runner. A length and a half My Serenic being followed by Chimeo. A bit further back then to Rocky Sunrise. Drink Card Princess is second last, and Inca Inca Man is last of all. 700 metres out and Cheers travelling well by a length and a half in advance of Bowlock, a length Golden Form. On the outside, Captain Otto, followed by Rash Rella, My Serenic on the inside, and then Rocky Sunrise, followed by Chimeo. Further back, Drink Card Princess is second last. Inca Man is last of all. Round the home turn and Sir Cheers is tackled for the lead by Bowlock, looks to be travelling well, and they've got a lead by a length and a half in advance of Golden Form. Over on the outside, Captain Otto, deeper still as Rocky Sunrise. My Serenic on the inside looking for a run as they straighten up where Bowlock has hit the front now from Sir Cheers, who's under pressure. My Serenic trying to get through on the inside between runners, and further back in the field a Golden Form. Bowlock the leader. My Serenic disappointed for a run, can't get through. Here comes Drink Card Princess. Drink Card Princess is swapping them in the last little bit. She's come from near last and wins well on the line. Drink Card Princess from Bowlock with Rashwell at third. My Serenic, who didn't get the best of runs in the home stretch, and further back there is Inca Man, who made up ground, followed next time in the event by Golden Form, a long gap Captain Otto, and well back Chimeo, Sir Cheers, and last to finish Rocky Sunrise. Drink Card Princess has overpowered them in the last little bit. Good line, and they're off. And the first to jump, Centennial on the outside, clear of DiMaggio, who began very quickly, and Marker was away well towards the inside, followed by Lord Dale. I Go Wild is in behind them, a bit further back along the inside to Sack the Maid, followed by Lady Cardigan and Really a Game, and a long way out of its ground already is Dew Gold. Down the side, Centennial in front by a length to Marker, moving up along the inside. Lord Dale is third, close in behind them, then over on the inside, Sack the Maid, followed by Lady Cardigan. I Go Wild, Goldtoff behind them. Ridden along next is Really a Game, and told off as Dew Gold. Near the home turn, Centennial, 3/4 of a length on Marker, a length and a half to Lord Dale, followed by DiMaggio. Around the outside, I Go Wild, followed by Goldtoff, and further back, Lady Cardigan, and over on the inside is Sack the Maid as they straighten up. Centennial is the leader. Marker coming down the outside as they run down past the 200-metre mark. Centennial about to be tackled by Marker, who's trying to get to it, but Centennial battling on tenaciously is still the leader. Marker is now under pressure. Centennial drawing away in the last little bit is too strong, and Centennial won it well by a length and a half to Marker. Third home in the event, Lady Cardigan, well back to Lord Dale, and Dew Gold has made up a considerable amount of ground after missing the start badly. Then Goldtoff and back.
Spring Band Sock, second line coming in.
Set for a start. Line good, away they go. And the first to jump, Deep Hula towards the outside. King's Gem began well with Dark Kingdom, and just in behind them, Showing Speed, Peking Dancer. There's the grey going forward. Casco Bay to be running fifth and settling down a length further back as Blueberry Hill. Burke and Wills is over on the inside, and they were followed after a gap in the field by Amstad. 2 lengths away then is second last at that point of the race is Ribchester, and tailing out to be a long last is Vital Prince. 1,300 metres left to run, and Deep Hula went to the lead by a length to Dark Kingdom. 2 lengths Peking Dancer on the inside of King's Gem. 2 further back to Casco Bay, Burke and Wills. 3 off the rails there going around the outside. Blueberry Hill, a length and a half to Amstad, who's third last. 2 lengths to Ribchester, and Vital Prince is last of all as they run down with 850 to travel. Deep Hula carting them along, led by over a length in advance of Dark Kingdom. A length away Peking Dancer on the inside of King's Gem. Close behind them is Casco Bay, followed by Blueberry Hill. Burke and Wills on the rails from Amstad. A length and a half Ribchester, and last of all Vital Prince up near the 600-metre point, and Deep Hula travelling well. Got away by a length and a half in advance of Dark Kingdom. Half a length away King's Gem. They're followed by Peking Dancer. Blueberry Hill back behind them. Casco Bay being niggled out, and a fair way back in the field to Burke and Wills. Ribchester, Amstad also a long way back as they round the home turn, and Vital Prince last of all as they swing for home. 350 out, and Deep Hula about to be tackled by Dark Kingdom, and looming up on the outside King's Gem. Casco Bay is deeper on the track. Peking Dancer getting through on the inside. Deep Hula being tackled by Dark Kingdom, and Peking Dancer disappointed for a run, and down the outside is King's Gem. It's Dark Kingdom on the outside, drawing level. Deep Hula fighting back Dark Kingdom. Deep Hula, they hit the line. Dark Kingdom has just won from Deep Hula. Good go for third, probably Peking Dancer from King's Gem, and just behind them Amstad. And the next to finish in the event there is Burke and Wills, followed by Casco Bay. Ribchester second last, and Blueberry Hill has run last. Dark Kingdom, the winner, has just got there. Number 5, Dark Kingdom, ready to go. Off and running. And Tilly jumped away pretty well towards the inside. Redetta hunted up early in the piece and beginning well. Sir Garfer towards the outside. That night was away quickly. And Showing Speed just in behind them. Gallery settling into stride that night on the outside. And going fast to join it now is Redetta, and just in behind them is Sir Garf. They're followed by Gallery running fourth. A length further back is Our Savant on the outside of Poetic Path, followed by Norsewood. Magic Happens next, followed by Zockfire. A length and a half Kabila. Tilly's got well back in the field. Heart Power is second last. And Tabletop Dancer, the grey, is back at the tail. tail of the field. Redetta went to the leader as they approached the 850, led by a length in advance of That Night. A length and a half Cigar for half to Gallery. 1.5 hours Savant on the outside of Poetic Path, followed by Norsewood going forward. Then Magic Happens, followed by Zockfire, a good long way back in the field to Heart Power, followed by Kabilla, and then Tilly second last, and Tabletop Dancer is last of all. Up to the 500 they travel. Rodetta over a length to That Night, now being scrubbed up, and there's one got a bad check. Poetic Path has dropped out of it sharply as they neared the turn. Rodetta the leader, about a half length to That Night, and Gallery coming fast around them, followed by Norsewood into the picture. Savant looking for a run behind them, and they're followed further back by Magic Happens as they straighten up, where Gallery takes the lead from Rodetta. Coming down the outside is Norsewood, followed by That Night, and back in behind them our Savant. Nowhere to go, but Gallery is nicely clear. Coming down the outside, Kabilla is starting to storm home. Gallery is the leader. Kabilla is absolutely flying down the outside. Gallery just in front. They hit it. Oh, Gallery and Kabilla, not much in it. Very tight here. Gallery and Kabilla. Third home, I think, Norsewood just ahead of Heart Power, who made up considerable ground, followed by our Savant. Then Tilly back behind them, followed by That Night, and further back Poetic Path, and Redetta stopped. And then Magic Happens, Tabletop Dancer, and the last couple home are Zockfire and Sir Guff. And number one gets it. Number one has got up in the last hop. Kabilla flying.
Set to jump.